You know that constant hum of information we're all swimming in, especially online?
Oh, yeah, it's everywhere.
One minute you're scrolling, the next, a headline just jumps out, often involving, well, a public figure or some hot button issue.
Absolutely.
We've all seen those viral claims take off like wildfire, right? Sometimes they just dominate the conversation before anyone even has a chance to really catch their breath.
No phone.
Today, we're taking a deep dive into precisely that kind of situation, one that has generated, well, significant buzz online.
Right.
We're talking about the claims circulating around Dr. Umar Johnson and his Frederick Douglass and Marcus Garvey Academy, often called FDMG Academy, located in Wilmington, Delaware.
A topic a lot of people have been talking about.
Exactly. But instead of just reacting to the online noise, our mission today is to pull back the curtain on a very specific, powerful document.
Okay.
We're focusing on Devin McClarty's Dr. Umar School, Courts, Claims, and Reality. This report, it's part of what's called the Loop Speak series.
Right, I've seen that series.
And it's designed to cut through all that speculation and get directly to the verifiable facts. What McClarty does is unpack these competing narratives, what's being claimed versus what the records truly show.
By crucial distinction.
So we'll explore exactly how this document illuminates the truth of the situation directly from its pages.
Yeah, it's an ideal case study, really, into what McClarty describes as how narratives run faster than facts.
It's a great phrase for it.
It really is. This document is a crucial guide for anyone trying to stay well-informed in our incredibly fast-paced digital world.
For sure.
We'll be looking at the specific online claims, then what McClarty's meticulous research in public records actually revealed, and why his careful distinction between the two is so critical.
Okay, let's dive right into that online whirlwind McClarty describes. If you've spent any time on social media, you've undoubtedly encountered, well, a specific set of claims about Dr. Umar Johnson's school.
Mm-hmm.
What were the most prevalent narratives McClarty identified that were circulating, creating what the document calls a perfect storm for clicks?
Well, McClarty really hones in on this.
Yep.
He points to common online claims like videos claiming a sheriff sale is coming, or these really alarming headlines about the courts taking the school.
Yeah, those are attention-grabbing.
Definitely.
Yeah.
And even posts pointing to unpaid bills and court cases as proof the property's done for. The report notes that these claims seem crafted to generate urgency and controversy, particularly around a public figure.
Right.
It's not just about sharing information. It feels like it's about eliciting that strong emotional response, getting that immediate share, that quick click.
And it certainly worked, didn't it? I mean, those types of headlines are incredibly effective at capturing attention.
They really are.
But McClarty's document then takes us from the emotional, the reactive, to the factual, meticulously laying out what's actually confirmed from official records.
Mm.
So what were the concrete facts that McClarty presented to directly counter those popular online narratives?
Okay, this is where McClarty's analysis really shines. The document highlights several key facts, all verifiable through public records. Right.
First, it confirms that the FDMG Academy does have 2 confirmed judgments against it in Delaware.
Okay, so judgments are real.
Yes, totaling approximately $76,000. These specific judgments, McClarty found, were for things like unpaid fees, water bills, and associated penalties.
Got it.
So, to be absolutely clear, the existence of debt and these judgments is a documented fact, according to the report.
Okay, so debt is confirmed. What else did McClarty find in the official records?
Well, the second point McClarty makes is that the entity, FDMG Academy, is indeed registered as a nonprofit.
Okay.
It's under EIN 845179390. For those unfamiliar, an EIN is an employer identification number, basically a tax ID from the IRS, confirming its status as a legally registered nonprofit organization.
So it's a legitimate nonprofit entity on paper.
According to that registration, yes. Third, the document addresses a 2022 issue in Pennsylvania.
Ah, I remember hearing something about that.
Yeah, the Attorney General there issued a cease and desist order to FDMG Academy, but McClarty clarifies this was strictly over charity registration compliance.
Meaning it was a regulatory matter. It was about whether they were properly registered to ask for donations in Pennsylvania. McClarty makes it clear this wasn't related to property seizure or fraud allegations or the school being taken over.
So just a paperwork compliance issue in one state.
Essentially, yes. It meant they needed to register correctly before resuming fundraising activities specifically there.
Okay, so those are all significant details, but I think the biggest point, the really crucial one, and the one that directly addresses those widespread online claims, it has to be about the sheriff's sale status.
Absolutely.
McClarty's report really dedicates attention to this, right? What did the document uncover about the claims of an imminent property seizure?
This is really the linchpin of McClarty's report.
Yeah.
As of the document's publication date, which is copyrighted 2025.
Okay, so relatively recent.
Yes.
Yes.
The school's address, 610, 611 E 17th Street, does not appear on Newcastle County's official sheriff's sale list.
That's huge.
It is. It's a direct factual contradiction to those pervasive online claims about the property being taken or some kind of imminent auction.
Wow.
And McClarty emphasizes that if a sheriff's sale were happening, it would be publicly, officially posted by the county. That's how the process works.
That point about the sheriff's sale list is just incredibly important because it cuts through so much of the alarm and, frankly, the speculation.
Exactly.
It seems like McClarty is really zeroing in on the difference between having a judgment against you and your property actually being seized. Can you elaborate on why McClarty says this distinction matters so much for public understanding, for anyone trying to follow situations like this?
Yeah, this is fascinating. What McClarty really brings out is how easily people confuse or conflate, as the document puts it, a court judgment with property seized.
Right, they sound similar, I guess.
They do, but legally they're distinct stages. McClarty stresses that a judgment is simply a formal declaration of a debt. Think of it like a court-ordered IOU.
Okay, so it just says money is owed.
Precisely. It means money is owed, and a judge has officially affirmed that debt exists.
Hmm.
But, and this is key, a judgment doesn't automatically mean the sheriff is taking the building tomorrow.
Ah.
That's just fundamental to how legal processes work. McClarty's report highlights that there are further, specific legal steps required after a judgment is issued before any property can actually be levied upon or sold at auction.
So it's not an immediate consequence.
Not at all. Each of those subsequent steps requires its own specific legal process and, crucially, public notification, like that sheriff's sale list we just talked about.
Gotcha.
So, while having a judgment is definitely a serious financial obligation, it is not the same thing as the property immediately being taken.
So the document really underlines the need to check official sources.
Absolutely. It underscores the necessity of always consulting official, publicly accessible records like court dockets or sheriff sale lists for verification, rather than just relying on social media rumors or sensational headlines. Due process matters, and public records are key to understanding where things actually stand.
That's such a powerful clarification. So what McClarty's document is essentially telling us, based on its findings at the time, is that while there are undeniable financial obligations, real judgments.
Yes, those are real.
The dramatic narrative of the courts taking the school isn't supported by the current official record regarding seizure.
Precisely. McClarty's focus is squarely on verifiable reality versus speculative claims. He's saying, look, here's what the court docket and public lists actually say right now, and here's what they don't say, particularly regarding property seizure.
That absence of evidence is evidence itself, in a way.
The absence of a sheriff's sale notice, in this context, is a very powerful piece of counter-evidence to the specific claims being made online.
Okay, so what does this entire situation, as outlined by McClarty's document, mean for us? You know, as consumers of information, maybe even for businesses, nonprofits, public figures who find themselves caught in these kinds of online storms, McClarty uses this as a perfect case study.
Yeah, he does.
What are the bigger lessons about navigating information in the digital age that this document lays out for us?
Well, if we connect this to the bigger picture, McClarty's document really serves as a powerful lesson in media literacy. It explicitly states how narratives run faster than facts, especially, and this is a great line, in the age of algorithms, perception spreads faster than the docket updates.
Wow, that really captures it.
Doesn't it? McClarty strongly advises against letting trending titles become your only source of truth.
So for us as information consumers,
It's a stark reminder, really, that the content designed to go viral is often optimized for engagement and emotion, not necessarily for accuracy or completeness.
right?
It means we need to cultivate a habit of asking, okay, where's the official record for this claim? And then actually making the effort to seek it out ourselves.
That's a crucial point. It's almost like the internet has created its own kind of, I don't know, public trial that's completely separate from the legal one,
Yeah, it moves at lightning speed.
and public opinion forms instantly.
Exactly. And McClarty also raises an incredibly important point for anyone running a business, nonprofit, or public brand. He points out that court cases and compliance issues become public record.
Hmm.
This isn't just hypothetical. It's a reality of operating today.
Because anyone can look them up.
Anyone.
Yeah.
The document emphasizes that how you manage them decides whether the story is about recovery or collapse.
That puts a lot of pressure on handling these things right.
It really does. It underscores the critical necessity of proactive management of legal and compliance matters. Because of their immediate public visibility and how quickly perceptions can solidify online, long before any full legal process plays out, reputation management in this transparent yet easily manipulated information environment is absolutely paramount.
So it's not just about the legal outcome, but managing the perception during the process.
Precisely. McClarty's analysis implies that it's not about hiding facts, but rather about controlling the narrative around them with verifiable truth and ideally transparent action, getting ahead of the story with facts.
That's a powerful and actionable insight. McClarty's framework, then, it could almost serve as a guide for how organizations should anticipate and prepare for these kinds of online challenges, knowing that court dockets are essentially public social media feeds now.
Absolutely. The document strongly suggests that proactive communication and clear, factual responses to legal or regulatory issues are essential. It's about getting ahead of the story with facts, rather than letting a viral, perhaps inaccurate narrative define the reality.
Okay. So, to bring it all together, McClarty's document brings us to a very clear reality, at least as of its publication. Dr. Umar's school has confirmed debts and judgments that's established by official records McClarty consulted.
Correct. That part is factual.
But the widespread claims of the courts taking the property or an imminent sheriff sale, as of McClarty's publication in 2025, that is not confirmed by those same official records.
That's the core factual finding regarding the seizure claims.
And while the situation could certainly evolve, judgments need to be resolved. The document focuses squarely on the current absence of evidence for property seizure at the time of its writing.
Exactly. It's a crucial distinction between what is documented now and what might happen later if things don't change. It sticks to the present facts found in the records.
Right.
And, this deep dive, really guided by McClarty's careful documentation, powerfully reinforces a vital principle he captures in his closing thought.
What's that?
He writes, "Every headline has a structure. Every rumor has a record. And in this system, nothing is random. Every plan is a blueprint, waiting for a blue note."
Waiting for a blue note. What do you think he means by that exactly?
I think what he's emphasizing there is that official documented step.
Yeah.
In our legal system, things don't just happen because of a rumor or online chatter. They happen because a formal blue note, a legal notice, a public posting on a list, a court order has actually been issued and recorded.
The verifiable proof.
Exactly. It's a profound call to always look for that verifiable, official action, that documented step, not just the noise online. It reminds us that verifiable facts, though sometimes less sensational, less click-worthy maybe,
Less click-worthy sometimes.
they are the only true basis for understanding what's really going on.
That's a powerful reminder to end on. It really makes you think. So what stands out to you from this deep dive into McClarty's detailed analysis of facts versus narratives? How will you apply this approach, this idea of seeking out the record behind the rumor, in your own information consumption moving forward?